On Tuesday morning, Jerry bought a baseball. This would normally not be anything important or out of the ordinary, except that Jerry hadn't bought a ball in years. You see, when Jerry was very young, he had an incident with a baseball, in which a friend, while pitching a ball at him, took the opportunity to be very mean and threw the ball at Jerry, hitting him in the arm. This was a tragic moment for Jerry and led him to make the declaration,
"I'm never playing baseball again!"
Jerry had stuck to that statement for the past 16 years, but due to recent circumstances, he had become interested in a more thrilling life. These circumstances will not be addressed because, to be frank, they are bitterly depressing. However, they changed the course of Jerry's life, leading him on a journey where he determined to change his fate. And, on this day, to buy a baseball. Jerry took his ball to his friend Ben and eagerly proclaimed to him, "I want to throw a baseball."
"What?"
Ben responded with something very nice to the tune of, "You could have made it sound less urgent, but we can go throw a ball now." Jerry and Ben arrived at the park a little while later, and here the story begins. The bat that Jerry had chosen to use that morning was a Louisville Slugger, which honestly didn't mean anything to Jerry, except that he had picked it up the day before at a garage sale, and it was one of the things that led him to buy the ball. Jerry and Ben took their respective places on the field. Now was the moment that Jerry was sure would change the course of his life. He readied himself to hit his first ball in almost 17 years as Ben stood eagerly. While Jerry waited, he swung his bat 3 times for practice. What would have happened if Jerry had swung twice? We don't know, because Jerry swung 3 times. When Ben pulled his hand back to pitch, he did so at a 45-degree angle. This is interesting because a 45-degree angle is half of a 90-degree angle, which is duplicated 4 times in the original rectangle subject to the golden ratio. The angle is then multiplied 33 more times to create the spiral that interjects the ratio, which happened to end on the ball. Everything in Jerry's favor, this was the perfect pitch. Jerry was set up for a very nice hit. He took hold of the moment, took hold of his destiny, focused on the task, drew back his bat in near-perfect form, swung the bat as hard as he could. The planets aligned all in his favor, and he totally blew it. In 1976, the park Jerry and Ben were at was just an empty lot. When the park was designed, the jungle gym was supposed to be placed 3 feet to the left of where it stands today. The man who constructed it, however, didn't care much for the placement and moved it 3 feet to the right because he felt it was more aesthetically pleasing when it lined up with the 3 trees that surrounded it. The 3rd tree has since been removed, but he still considers it a good move. Because of this placement, the ball landed here. It had occurred to Jerry at this point that he was not supposed to hit the ball, that his life was not to go the way he had decided, and that he had failed in all of his goals. What had not occurred to Jerry was that sometimes it's all right to miss. Sometimes the things that seem like they're not going your way have been going your way the whole time. And it's not that the world is against you, it's just that you can't see where it is taking you. Sometimes it's all right to strike out, to place a playground 3 feet to the right, or for things not to go your way. Sometimes it's okay to drop the ball.